Do the live chat by yourself.
Hi, this is Heather. No, this is Roxy. Hi, guys.
So today I'm just recruiting everybody for me to do makeup on. So it's a kind of a different day because I'm not wearing any makeup. Just my lips and my eyebrows. So we talked about in the 11 o'clock doing makeup on somebody that's super light skinned. And then now I got a darker skin tone to do makeup on as well. And so Roxy is not your average bear as far as like makeup goes. Do you wear makeup?
Special occasions.
What's a special occasion? Because mine are like any day that ends in Y. Like a wedding,
party, date, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she wears makeup at work if we ask her to try something. And so it's always a good, it's always good to have somebody like Roxy here because with me, I'm a makeup person. So a lot of things I take for granted. And then if you get somebody that's not as much of a makeup person, it's kind of nice to hear their take on it to see what it feels like, how they think about it, all that kind of thing. So a lot of fun. Hey, Donnie. Hey, Muzi. How are ya? Hi. All right. So we're going to get started. And I'm going to go in and do, so she doesn't have anything on right now. So I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. So right now, close your eyes. I'm going to go in. She's been trained. Oh, this is a perfect match for you. She's been trained to leave her eyes open for airbrushing because she's heard it so many times. Musette says that she has the dark circles too. That's why I said we're going to do the peach. So I'm going to do her eyes first. Look how awesome that is. And she wears glasses and cannot see anything.
No.
She said it's just a blob. What did you say? A blob of color?
Blob of colors.
I was like, that would be a good, like, I don't know, band name maybe, or some kind of website. Blob of color. Don't anybody steal that. Did my makeup with Lion King? I looked good today. Oh, Shoni did her makeup with the Lion King and look good today. Yay, Shoni! All right. So we got rid of the dark circles on the lid and we used Java. And then now I'm going to go in and I'm going to brush a little bit of the translucent powder. Just to set it. And then I'm going to go in. Yeah, I think it's good just to have different shades to show you. I mean, hello, you see me enough. Just to show you the different shades that it looks good on. Let's see. Let's do King. Now, again, I told you last hour that darker skin tones, it's actually easier to do makeup on. I guess I can put my glasses on this one. Because things will show up smoother or easier on darker skin tones. Whereas somebody who's lighter skin tone, that first contact, if it's too bright, you're going to end up going in and having to blend. Usually with darker skin tones, I can go in and just keep building that color up. Okay. So this is King. She might fall asleep on me. And I'm just going to keep going in there. Now I'm doing her eyes first because I can clean up any fallout that happens underneath. Okay, look in the camera, in the mirror. But you can already tell, so we evened up that skin tone. Now I'm going in and we're adding that color. Now I can build from there because that's very, I hope you go in a little bit closer so they can see. So it's lightening there. Can y'all see that color? So I can go in and build from there. I'm going to go over it a little bit more because I want to build this up a little bit. So the King color is doing what the Safari color did for Jessica. I'm using it kind of as my crease base color, blending it, making sure I don't have any harsh lines. Let's see. I'm trying to read all the questions too. All right, so now what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's go in with Pride Rock. And now I'm doing a little, where I was bringing this color up a little bit more, I'm going to stick in the crease with Pride Rock. I don't know if you can see me. Let me do it this way. Can you guys see this? And I'm blending and I'm blending. I hope my head's not in the way. Okay, look in the mirror, or keep saying the mirror. So see, we're building that color. Hey, Jane Todd. So I'm building the deepness. I'm building the depth to her lid. So I went with almost her skin color on the large crease and moving it up. And now I'm doing the darker in the outside corner and bringing that in to create more depth. Okay. So now I can go in with my flat eyeshadow brush. And I could add, let's see, do I want Simba or Nala? What do you want? Simba? I'm letting somebody pick.
What I can't really see.
Yeah, she's like, I just like the name. All right, let me turn you this way. Now I'm going to, again, just pat this right on the lid. So I have it flat on the eyeshadow brush. I want to make sure you can see it. And then, boop, 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 pat, pat, pat. And open. And look at me. Oh la la. And now, where's my blender? Okay. And this one a little bit more. Blend this. Go back. And open. Oh, look at that. I know she can't see, but it looks good. All right, so now I'm going to do this on the other eye. Patting that color right on the lid. And then I can go in and blend those matte colors that I have. Open for me. And close. Now I'm just making sure that I have the gold even and in the same place as the other eye. They've never seen me with my glasses on. And open. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I can go in. Where's my? Let's do a thicker one. Now I'm going to do Pride Rock, which is the darkest matte. And look all the way up, eyes up to the ceiling. And I'm going to line kind of thick under there, but very smudgy. And yes, with my sound effects. I come back over here. And I'm still going to do a little bit of that gold because that gold looks really good on her. Okay. Let's see. Seeing if I'm missing anything. All right. So now that her eyes are somewhat done, I can now go in and I can clean up anything that fell here. And then we can start airbrushing. I can do a peach color corrector here. I could also fill in her brows. So let me get, oh wait, we have one right here. This one. This one. I'm gonna show y'all a trick. This is a brush. This is the tail end of the brush. This is my wipe. Look up. What? You can clean up that way. If you need to be super precise, there you go. All right, let me grab, I'm gonna do a pencil real quick. What color is this? Brown. All right, I'm gonna fill in her eyebrows. So funny, Roxy had no idea what I was gonna do to her. I think she's a little in shock.
Not really. I trust you.
She has great brows. I'm just filling in the front part a little bit, still following her line. There we go. And now, let's see. I got the 10-foot hose, so it was good.
Just let me know when you're ready to press.
I'm going to mix a little bit of her foundation in with it, but just like I did 4 drops of the color corrector, and then I'm mixing. I need to make sure this mixes well because we haven't mixed this one. I'm sliding off. You should have had your drum.
My drum, yeah.
Oh, that was a little bit much, but that's okay. Turn that on. All right. So now because I'm doing it, I'm going to cover her eye. If you were doing it yourself, of course, you would spray it like we normally do. But because I'm doing somebody, there's a trust factor. And so when I do somebody's makeup, I do this. And I'm going to hit those. She has little, see, I just sprayed a little bit too heavy there, so I just patted that out. I'm lightening up the darkness underneath, but she has really good lightness in the center. So we'll keep that bright. Okay, look. Can you see already how it's lightening her up? Now I'm dealing with like half light on one side. Hello, everybody. All right, so now I'm going to go in and add her color. And we're using the Silk 4-in-1. And we're using shade 9. She's usually between, she said, a 9 and a 10. I think she might be 8, 9. And lightly spraying. Making sure I get everywhere. So the moves are very deliberate. You're just not staying in one spot all the time. Like I'm not just staying here. I want to keep moving. But notice it's not in her hair. I don't have, now if I was doing someone's makeup, I could do this to make sure I'm not going to hit the makeup or jewelry or anything like that. But guys, our stylist is so precise that It only goes where you're pointing it. Now, if you're doing someone's makeup and their eyes are closed, I do this more for so they know where I'm at. Because it's really weird with your eyes closed and somebody's doing your makeup and you're not touching them and they have no idea where you are. So I usually just do this. That was too hard too. There we go. What are you guys thinking so far? So Stephanie asked a good question. So she says she has dark circles and spots. So why would you use silk and not Mystic to cover them? So silk is still buildable. So Stephanie, it's buildable for full coverage. Silk is what I use and I get full coverage out of it. However, Roxy is not a girl who wears makeup every single day. So Mystic being more full coverage might be too much coverage and too much for Roxy. So guys, if you're a consultant and you're talking to somebody about makeup, make sure you ask these questions. If they have issues and they know they have issues, we all have issues, but like they know that they're going to want coverage, then yeah, if Roxy wore makeup every day, for sure I would go Mystic. I'm just going silk because it does end up being a little bit lighter, and then I can cover it. I can start that coverage, do that coverage, and then just kind of build up from there. Stephanie's like, silk doesn't do anything for me. I can get full coverage out of silk. Silk's usually my go-to. Now, if I was going to an event and it needed that extra bit of coverage, I would do Mystic for sure. Because that's the other thing, guys. If we're talking about a consultant, if you're talking to somebody, let's say I had a beauty bar and Roxy was there and she never wears makeup. And because we're talking about makeup, Roxy came because she's a friend of mine and she's here to support me. And I'm getting her to airbrush. Now, really, she would be airbrushing herself, not me airbrushing her. But you have to think of makeup for that person, not how you would do makeup for that person. Does that make sense? So if she's not a makeup person, I'm not going to teach her or talk to her about 84 different steps. I need to talk to her about the simple steps to make her look flawless, to get that coverage and be out the door. Airbrush makeup does not feel like makeup, so she's going to love it, but I need to work on that lighter coverage. Even with somebody like, if she's like, oh, I want these spots and I want them covered immediately, and you got her on Mystic, that's awesome. But Mystic is going to be a little more coverage, and sometimes that actually will throw people off, but you just have to talk to them about that. So you have to be open to that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Glad it does to somebody. All right. So now I'm going to go in and do a little bit of sculpting. And now I get to use the darker colors. So I'm actually swiping through all of them, hitting it off. Now with sculpting, I'm going to sculpt her the same way. Forehead, like a 3 or backward. Yeah, I'm like, how do I make a 3? Backwards 3. Sometimes it's hard for me. And so I usually start go from the middle of the ear down. In the forehead, the temple area, because Roxy she has a forehead. So, and then she wears her hair back like I do. So I'll give her some dimension up here on the temple. And a little bit on the cheek. Little bit on the cheek. Yes, everybody sings here. Go down here. But I'm blending it. So I'm just buffing. But it's so light, it's amazing. It goes on like butter. Doesn't it feel amazing on your skin?
Yes.
Or do you know?
Can't wait till I see.
She can't wait till she can see. So I'm actually going to go in here and do a little bit there. Okay, look at me. I keep saying the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
All right, so now let's see how Circle of Life looks on a darker skin tone.
Circle of life.
We can hold on sale.
I know. You're often.
That's going to go amazing with her gold in her eyes. Woo. Love this stuff. I kind of get carried away with this stuff, but go for it. Put that in together, and then I'm going to bring, hey, Con. So I just kind of ran a powder brush around, sorry, there, just to kind of blend everything together to make sure I didn't have any like really hot spots. And then now, this is my friend Roxy. She's helping me today because we were doing different skin tones. All right. And close. And now I'm adding some mascara. And our mascara is super buildable too. So if you like a thicker mascara, I mean, our mascara is amazing. But you can also like put it on, wait a couple of seconds, and then put another layer on where it's not completely dry. And it will build up. Get this end. Okay, open. Girl, you got some lashes. Got some pretty lashes. And open. Ooh la la! Look how pretty! What do you guys think? Look at me real quick. Now the other thing I would do is, I'm going to add the brown Persuasion eyeliner. I'm going to put my glasses on first though. Now with her skin tone, I could also do the black, of course. But if you like that softer look, doing the brown works as well. Okay, open. And close. I'm going to get this on the inside. And open. Ooh, wait. And open one more time. Look how beautiful. Mizette, you like Elba likes? Doesn't she look beautiful? I'm like, Now, the other thing we could do is if I wanted to go in, if I wanted to cover the dark circles a little bit more, turn and face me. This Java is a dead match for her. But I like a little bit lighter on the inside. So I could go in, and I'm taking a concealer brush. I'm kind of mixing these two together. Look up. And then I can use the heat from my hand to bring that look in the mirror, or mirror, whatever that thing is. Can y'all tell the difference there? Hello? I have to put my glasses on again. So if I still wanted to step up the coverage, even though I used the peach color corrector, and this one is a perfect match. We saw that on her lid, but underneath, I like it just a little bit lighter, not a lot. If I did this one by itself, it would be way, 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 way too light. So I'm just kind of blotting in there a little bit. And then I can blot that, or I can blend it with my hand. Okay, look in the camera. So what do you think? Better, guys? If she wanted to take that up a little bit and cover the dark circles a little bit more, so we can use the concealer underneath as well. Again, guys, these are always the steps that we can take it up. If I'm a consultant and I'm talking to her about our makeup and I'm done, let's say, okay, we're done. Okay, she loves it. Well, have you thought about maybe covering this a little bit more? Let's try this. And so, bam, I just talked to her about concealers. It gave her a little bit more coverage. This doesn't move. We know that our concealers stay put. They won't go anywhere. They're not moved. They stay just as long as our airbrush makeup. And I'm just lightening and covering right here, so I didn't have to mess up everything else. It didn't get into her contouring. It didn't get into her highlight. It didn't get into anything. So bam, there you go. All right, you want to put your glasses on so you can see now?
Thank you.
So this will be a lot more makeup than she's used to, but.
Not really. No.
No? You're good?
Yes.
You like it?
I love it. Thank you.
Is there anything you would do differently? I love that gold on her. That gold looks really good. Here, take your glasses off and close your eyes. Doesn't that gold look amazing? And the other thing we can do, because she has this pink lip, where's mine? Is I'm taking Circle of Life. Circle of Life. They're saying you need to smile. I can go in there, right in the center, and add that. Bam! Bam! And we're done. So is this helpful to see other skin tones and how everything will work with that? Because everybody, guys, I tell you that everybody does makeup differently. Everybody likes different things. And so even with me doing this, you know, and I try to put on things different ways, but it's kind of nice to see another face in here. And then how to address certain things. Like Roxy has the dark circles and the darker skin tones that we can definitely handle. And you see the coverage. You're going to see better coverage on her with the dark circles than my dark circles. And so that way you do know that our concealer works wonders. You know that the foundation is amazing. Look how the colors. We use the same products on her as me as on Jessica today. And you get a whole stretch of different shades. So, all right, guys, everybody loves it.
Go out for some drinks after.
Have some mommy juice. She's
Mommy
ready
juice.
for some mama juice. And it's a different day because I didn't have to wear makeup today. I was like, oh, I don't have to put makeup on today. That's different. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Remember, tomorrow, me no here. I'm not going to be here Thursday or Friday, but I will try to do some lives. Anyway, so hopefully just stay tuned. Make sure you like our page so it pops up when we are on. And then if you're on YouTube, make sure you follow us so it pops up as well. All right. I will see you guys. Roxy, thank you so much for joining
You're
me.
welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
People are, sometimes they're camera shy, so it's really nice when somebody will come on and be my friend.
I'm always in here. I'm behind the scenes.
That's true. That is true. People pretty much do what I say.
That's me.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Great to see you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I will see you on Monday, if not Thursday and Friday. All right. Bye, guys.